Okay guys, so I'm in my grimace and of course I've got things running through my mind, and I thought I would talk about when is it a good time to jump off that keto wagon? If you should, why, what should you be looking for? Just going to do a little time under tension, right? That's all burnt out. Okay, so when is it a good time to throw in the towel? So basically I've had clients that have kind of had some rough dealings with trying to keto adapt, and we often kind of discussed based on how much they've really tried to get into ketosis or adapt or what the heck. When do you know it's time to stop? Well, basically it comes down to a couple of main reasons, but one of them is hypoglycemia. Now, hypoglycemia comes from glucose slamming up and then slamming down because we always have too much glucose in our diet. Too much glucose means body goes, too much. So if you have over 5 grams, which is a teaspoon, and if you've got a poor epigenetic profile or genome, then perhaps you cannot regulate your glucose. So you've got 4 mechanisms to raise glucose back up, and you've only got 1 to bring it down. So you have too much glucose into the bloodstream, a dumping age of insulin, and then you have all these factors like IGF-1 and gluconeogenesis and glucagon to raise your blood sugar back up, but it's not rising. And you feel like you're catatonic, like you want to just fall and take a nap, and you know you're desperate. And that's when some of the people out there starts dealing or doing the we got this crazy person in the background. This is what happens in my gym. So this is not a, this is JJ.
What's up?
He's a badass. And this is, oops, where's my volume? Okay, so this is not a Periscope.
Oh, okay.
This is a YouTube video.
Whoa!
Right? So, okay, what's up? So JJ and I, we like to do, we're like the handstand crew. So he helped me out with the Periscope last week, so it was really, really cool. But everybody knows I'm digressing right now. So let's go ahead, and if JJ wants to do some handstands in the background, let's do, I want to get back to when it's time to jump off the wagon. So when it's time to jump off the wagon is this, no. See, I'm digressing. All right, Steph, let's get back to the point. I'm talking about regulating your blood sugar. So for JJ here, who's not in ketosis, he is often gluconeogenic. So let's see those abs. Okay, great abs, right?
Yeah.
But those are also gluconeogenic abs. So when he doesn't get his gas tank filled in time, his body is going to break down proteins and convert them into sugar. This is what happens to sugar burners who are only 26 years of age. So over a lifetime of being gluconeogenic, being at the gym too long without refeeds on carbohydrates, that means that your adrenal glands have to overdump adrenaline and cortisol to the bloodstream to break down amino acids so he could get through his workout. So basically, we want to stop this domino effect, because eventually all those 4 hormones to bring back up glucose so you don't feel tired or need a pre-workout won't work. And then insulin, the pancreas, that becomes over sluggish. Your insulin receptors become damaged and they don't work. And so that's when people start to develop, like they overdump insulin into the bloodstream, and then their glucose drops, or the insulin is not working and their glucose rises, and they develop those hypoglycemic symptoms because the body's just not getting the glucose into the cell. And that's when people start to see, like they start to look inflamed in the cheeks, or they start to, their body fat percentage just shoots up a lot in a year, or men, their testosterone drops. Now, obviously there's nothing wrong with his testosterone because he's 26, but in 20 years from now, or I'm 22 years older than him, 22 years, and I still can, you know, give him a little challenge in the gym. Right, JJ?
Yes.
Okay. So basically, it's time to jump off keto if you've been doing it longer than 3 months. or even 6 months is like the limit and you're not adapting. That means you test your glucose and it's skyrocketed too high, which is over 100 milligrams per deciliter, or it's over 5.2. Or if your ketones are sitting below a 0.5, and even if they reach a 0.5, 0.6, 0.8, but your glucose is high and you're feeling jittery, nauseated, it might be time to restart. Not like get off keto for good, but learn how to use things like sweet potato, yellow squash, raw carrots, onions, and get your carbs more around 70 milligrams per deciliter. There goes a handstand. Although he needs to straighten out that his legs are bent over too much. But he's doing good. Look at those abs. What's up? Yeah. So that's what you want to consider when it's time to jump off. Now, other things that people, on very, very rare occasions, people develop this kind of weird reaction to their cholesterol numbers get weird. Now, it's not the fat that's creating the problem. It's not adapting, right? So the body becomes inflamed. You're stressed. And so sometimes people's LDL numbers go up. That is like 2% of the population. If you learn how to graduate down your carbohydrates properly, you won't have these ill reactions. Some people just don't get enough electrolytes in. They don't get enough potassium in. Like potassium, vitamin D, calcium, your minerals. If you're malabsorptive and you're not adapting, if you have a gut dysbiosis, these are the things that you have to figure out. But the thing that I'm worried about really is just the hypoglycemia, because that's just ripping and destroying your body apart more. And there's a lot of women that have hypoglycemia, stage 3 adrenal fatigue, or dysfunction, and then all of a sudden their hair starts falling out in chunks. They don't make the necessary changes, and I'm like, look, start over again. Raise your carbs and drop your carbs. Drop your carbs over 6 weeks, but you got to raise your carbs back up and start trying to get your right macronutrients in and your vitamins and minerals to be able to balance your electrolytes. A lot of you guys are so freaking deficient in magnesium, potassium, sodium, and then you have all these other host of issues. So that's it, guys. I'm going to peace out. JJ's doing handstands in the background. Some people just aren't shy in the gym, and then some people are, but he's all good. Peace. Oh, StephaniePerson.com. I forgot. Go to Stephanie Person, the business, on my Facebook fan page if you want to have more of a talk about all the different subjects pertaining to health, or Stephanie on my Instagram, which is Stephanie Ketogenic, or Periscope. Definitely Periscope is the new thing. It's really cool. You can talk live to me and ask questions directly to me, and that's at Steph the Business, and that's the business is spelled BIZNESS. So download the app onto your iPhone. It's fantastic. You can follow other people that you really like as well live. You get a notification to your phone when the person goes live. So it's really, really awesome. And or you can go to no, that's it. Go to my Periscope, download the app, and look for Steph the Business. Peace, guys.